If you hate your reality, it's probably because you keep telling yourself hate your life and you have no money and you hate your job and friends are horrible and your boyfriend keeps cheating on you and your girlfriend evil and...
I didn't hear that.
Warning, the following content is life-altering. It is designed to teach you how to reprogram your subconscious mind and align you with your desired reality. Viewer discretion is advised. Only proceed if you're truly ready to transform your life.
Are we rolling? We're rolling. I share my beautiful reflections. Hello, my beautiful reflections. It's your best friends, right, Money? In the flesh. How you guys? It's me. And today we're gonna have the girl talk, like always, of course. But today's girl talk is definitely gonna be on the spiritual side and how I end up manifesting my dream life. This is how I make all of this happen. And it's delusional AF. I'm not gonna lie. Oftentimes I make things happen out of thin air. My friends talk about it all the time. How I will have myself in a pickle and then I'm able to get myself right out of it. And it's because I do robotic affirming. What is robotic affirming, you ask? Okay, so robotic affirming is literally what you hear in the name. It is literally just saying an affirmation over and over and over again. And this is why I like robotic affirming. Robotic affirming is literally like a cheat code for me when it comes to affirmations and manifesting, because I don't have to tie an emotion to it. And your subconscious mind doesn't understand what is true and what is false. And so if you keep telling yourself the same story over and over and over, your mind is going to think that that is true. And because your mind is going to think that is true, that's all your reality is going to see. So if you hate your reality, it's probably because you keep telling yourself that you
have no money, hate your job, and friends are horrible, and your boyfriend keeps cheating on you, and your girlfriend evil, and...
Well, that's all you know, so what did you expect to see? Yeah, I didn't mean to clock you like that. You needed to hear that. Like, no, literally though, like everybody, once you start realizing that you are in control of your life, that's when things start to change. You have to get out of this victim mentality. I hate the whole like, oh, my life has been tragic and I don't know. Your life has been tragic. We have to go through therapy or we need to work through these things. But do not allow your past life to dictate your future. Anything can happen. There's no such thing as time. Time does not exist whatsoever. And because time does not exist, you can have whatever you want. Like this, if you believe you're worthy of having it. And this is where the robotic affirming comes in, because oftentimes people do not feel worthy, or they feel like they should have it. They know that they don't. And to manifest, you have to be in the state of receiving. And if you're in a state of lack all the time, you will never have anything. And that's usually where a lot of people are staying. They're in the lack mindset. And because you're constantly in the lack mindset, you're always having to give, because you're not at the energetic field to even receive. Unlike me, who is in the receiving energy, that's why a whole bunch of abundance and opportunity and money and all these things come to me. And it's not because I'm better than you. No one is. It's just because I was able to change my mindset. And so that's why I live by, if you're able to change your mindset, then you're able to change your reality. So if you do not like your reality, you must start with your mind. Your thoughts is what creates your reality. So look at what you don't like. Start looking at what you don't like, and then start seeing what you do like in your life, and start being grateful for those things that you do see. And once you're starting to, let me give you an example of what I did when I was robotically affirming. Okay, so currently I am in Virginia right now, attending an HBCU. I attend Norfolk State University. Behold the green and gold. And I am from Louisville, Kentucky. So, woohoo! Go Cards. That is about 10 hours away. I got accepted to the school, and this was my dream school, and I kept affirming that I was going to the school. And before leading up to it, I got the shoes that were this color. I wrote out an acceptance letter that is fake, that I had AI, I had ChatGPT write it up so I could just practice, be like, oh my gosh, thank you. Every single time someone would be like, did you get accepted yet? I would be like, oh, I'm still waiting on my acceptance letter. Instead of saying, no, I haven't got accepted. No, I'm just waiting on my acceptance letter. I never thought that a rejection letter would ever come. And even when I did think, I wouldn't say that I never thought that, because even when I was like, dang, my acceptance letter is taking a little bit long, I'd be like, it's okay. It's okay. My acceptance letter is on its way. And it for surely was on its way, because I was able to speak into, I basically spoken into life. Like, there was no, you couldn't tell me I wasn't going to this school. And then I also told myself that my first semester was going to be my last semester of paying for school. I got accepted into the theater company here, which is one of the companies one of the reasons why I even came to the school in the first place. Got accepted. I was given a scholarship. And it paid for my second semester fully of school. And so, as you can see, it's just like I keep affirming certain things. Like, now I'm affirming a full ride scholarship. So you guys will be getting a post talking about, oh, you guys, I did go ahead and affirm my full ride scholarship. I received my full ride scholarship. You guys will be getting an update. That's why I've been going so hard with my grades, because what do you mean? I'm an AB honor roll student that has a 4.0 that also attends Norfolk State University. You see that? You see how I just spoke it into life? Yeah. Do the same with whatever you want. Speaking within gratitude, that's usually when a lot of things come. Instead of when you're thinking about the things that you don't have, negativity, it just seems like more bills come. Life is just throwing you from a loop. And really it's because your mind is not where it needs to be. And that's why. When you're happy, usually a whole bunch of other good things happen as well. When you're negative, well, it's a spiral, because energy never dies, it always transfers. So if you're completely upset and then something else happens, and then something else happens, and then something else, you end up having a bad day. But when you wake up and you're like, oh, I'm going to have a great day, even if you feel like you're going to have a bad day, if you keep telling yourself you're going to have a good day, most likely you're going to have a great day. So it's literally about your perspective. Also want to add that wavering is common, even with your robotic affirming. I personally like robotic affirming because we are human living a human experience, and wavering is going to happen. If your nervous system knows that you do not have $1 million in your bank account, obviously you're going to feel uncomfortable to say those words. But again, your subconscious mind does not understand what is true and what is false. Therefore, constantly saying it over and over again will just be your routine. After so long, that will just be fact. It will no longer just be a lie. You will believe it yourself. And because you will start to believe it, naturally your mind will put you in places or have you thinking about things that millionaires do. So if you say, I'm a millionaire, I need to be like, I'm a millionaire. What do millionaires do? What type of millionaire would I be? Because you don't have to be the millionaire that wakes up at 5 a.m. Not all millionaires are like that. Let's really be honest. Not everybody's like that. There are people who probably don't wake up until 11 o'clock. There are people who probably don't wake up until 1 p.m. And they are also millionaires. And that's perfectly okay. So you need to figure out what you're going to do and align yourself with daily activities or mindset that will get you to whatever goals you want. So say you are a 4.0 student. Yeah, the thing would be, can I do my homework? Yeah, do it. Say you've been failing really, really bad. You're doing really bad on a test. Horrible. You're doing really bad in a class. And you're like, I need to pass this class or I'm not graduating on time. college students, you completely understand this. I know you guys do. This is actually horrible. I had to do this last semester actually, and I emailed my professor and I was like, hey, I really need some help. And he was like, it doesn't matter about your attendance, as long as you turn in these papers, I will pass you with the A. And that was because I was affirming that he was going to allow me to fix my grade. I was affirming that my grades are great. My teachers adore me. My teachers love me. My professors, are willing to work with me. And, I was saying these things over and over and over, and it reflected on my transcript because I ended up finishing that class with an A-. And the grade was an F at one point. So, just think about these things. Think about what you want. And there's no such thing as too big, because the universe really does not understand concepts of like that. Like $10,000 and $10 is the same energy wise. Only humans put, this ideology about what money is, these social constructs of what money is. Money is just energy. And if you are in your feminine energy and able to receive things, you're always going to have money. I could literally go broke. I could spend my last dollar, which I just did. I spent my last dollar and I woke up the next day with money sent to my account randomly. All because I say I constantly get money. I get paid to exist. And I do. And that's because I affirm that I do, and now I'm starting to see it in my reality. Constantly. All the time now. I feed my money bowl feeds me, I'm doing so good when it comes to affirmations, to the point where my friends are saying affirmations. We all say them all the time. Every single time I see an angel number, I say my affirmations with that. So if I see 1111, I will be like, oh, I'm so grateful that I have a full ride scholarship. I'm so happy. My friends and I will talk about, I'm so happy to be signed to a big agency. I'm just thinking of things that we've affirmed before. I'm so grateful that everything works out for me. One of my favorite things that my friends laugh at me about is saying, hi, my name is Zariah and everything works out for me. Or, hi, my name is Zariah and only good things happen to me. And I say that all the time, and I always make sure that I say it when I'm very giddy, and I say it when I'm very happy and I'm smiley, and it just makes my life feel so much better, especially if I'm doing something that I enjoy, and I just say, hey, hi, my name is Zariah and my life is so good. Like, you see how I just went into straight and I just feel so much better. Like, my vibe has changed. I'm elevated. I'm looking outside the window. There's trees. Like, look at the mother nature. Like, I just think about all the positive things that are around me, and I just start listing those things off. And I'm like, I'm grateful for my mother. I'm grateful for my sisters. I love them so dearly. I'm so happy that I go to my dream school. I'm so happy that I'm on scholarship. I'm so happy. I'm so grateful for the friends that I have. I'm so thankful that I can eat all the time. I'm so grateful for my fashion. I'm so thankful for my supporters. And I just go and say more. And then in the in-betweens of all of those things, I start listing off my affirmations of things I'm trying to manifest. So as you can see, at this current moment, I identify as someone who has a full ride scholarship. Does it say that in the bank, in the account? But I'm identifying as that currently. So my old reality, I do not have a full ride scholarship. I now walk into my new reality, I do have a full ride scholarship. But those other things are true. I'm so grateful that I manifested $10,000. That is something true. I am so grateful that I have amazing, loving friends who understand me. That is true. I'm so grateful that I have a full ride scholarship. okay then. And then I continue and I sandwich method, and then I talk about something that's true, and then it tricks my mind. I start believing that these things are, when truthfully they are not. But you don't know that, and nobody else needs to know that. And you don't have to say your affirmations out loud. Oftentimes when I'm walking to class, I will say my affirmations. Or if I'm waiting on my food, I will say my affirmations. If I'm waiting for the elevator, I'll say my affirmations. Then I'm repeating them in my head. Random giving moments, I will literally start repeating affirmations in my head, because that becomes my bare minimum. That becomes my reality. That becomes my life. And so if I'm trying to get to a certain point in my life, the only way that I'm going to be able to get there is truly by me thinking, believing, walking in faith, believing that I deserve it, knowing that it's mine. Everything is yours. It's always yours. All answers are within you. There's no need to look outward. Everything's in you. Everything. I promise you. I promise, Pinky. Everything that you need to know. There's no rules to manifestation, because this is all you. There's no rules to time. You could say, oh, I'm a manifester. I'm a master manifester and manifest in a day. You could say you're struggling at manifesting, and you say you want to manifest $1 million, but when you're trying to manifest, in your head you keep saying, oh, it's going to take a few years, oh, it's going to take, maybe a month, and it's manifestations are going to take however long you feel like they're going to take. So if you tell yourself that they're going to happen within that same day, they will happen within that same day. And if you think or say that it's going to take months, well, yeah. But if you claim that you already have it, it's already yours. And in some reality, you're literally having what you want currently. Say you want a Kia K5, gray, wolf gray, red interior. That's everybody's favorite car. I know a lot of people. Well, not everybody, but it's a lot of people's favorite car. A lot of girls want that car. You want a Kia K5 with gray, red interior, LED lights and all. You want that car, but you keep saying, I want that car. You're not saying, I have that car. Oh, I have a Kia K5 with gray, red interior, black rims, LED lights, purple. You're not saying those things. When you get into your car, you're not imagining, you're not grasping your fingers along the edge of, your LED light, your LED light.
Oh.
Your dashboard. Okay. Act as if you already have these things. Because if you act as if you already have these things have to come. They have to. They have no choice but to come, because you're already acting as if you already have them. So where else would they go? They're not gonna go to someone who ain't acting like it. They're gonna go to the person who acting like it. So if you are trying to attract something, it's already yours. Act as if you already have it, and it will be there. Just get into the flow of these things. And I know I've been rambling, you guys, but I've been up since 4 a.m. A girl's tired, and I'm supposed to be taking a nap in between when I got going on today. But I did hear at the cafe they got seafood. And I ain't been in the cafe, I don't know how long, but I might hit them up for some crab legs. And later today I'm supposed to be getting some shrimp and grits. So life is good, life is great. Y'all, look at the beat though. I'm gonna show you the outfit of the day later. I might insert some pictures. I did manifest $10,000 within like less than a week on accident before, and I did make a little worksheet little thing for you guys to get it. I'm going to set it for free, so all you have to do is just put your email and purchase it. It's not going to take any money off of your card. It's free. It's just going to send it to your email. I just want everybody to be able to manifest the things that they want to manifest, and I do a lot of wow.
I'm trying
right,
to be
let's
cool,
calm it down. Right,
but God,
right. I do a lot. Right.
I didn't hear that.
Right. Because why did you just say that? Okay. I do affirm often, but on top of affirmations, I will journal. And I will make certain prompts for myself. And the prompts that I have basically linked, it's going to, why can I think? The prompts that I have linked will basically help you manifest the way that I'm able to manifest. I was able to manifest $10,000 on accident within a week. And I will give you guys a story time on how I did it if you guys want me to. But yeah. Thank you for allowing me